it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never done a reading with me before, this is something I kind of started this year, and I kind of like to do it differently every time and use different card decks. I've been a card reader for over 20 years and call myself a stay-at-home fortune teller. We're going to actually be using some cards from my very first deck today, a universal weight. But what we're going to do today is look at June, July, and August of 2023. However, this is just 3 months ahead. So if you're finding this at a later date, a later year, it's going to be the right time for you. So it's just going to be 3 months ahead from when you watch this. And someone recently asked me, how do these YouTube card readings work? How can this be possible? And it's possible because we're all part of the collective conscience, right? So we're all connected and we all have, similar paths at similar times. And when you choose your object and choose your own path later in this reading, that's you using your intuition or connecting with angels and guides, and you are seeing the messages that are for you. And so that's how it works. It just works with the fact that we are all connected. And, even though I'm here in my home, you're going to watch this whenever, and we're connecting at that moment, which is really beautiful. So it's going to be a fun one. We're going to do some different things. I got some dice, I got some old cards, I got some new cards. And yeah, we're going to start with a collective reading first. What we're going to look at here is collectively some universal truths and lessons, some energies coming through. So first we're going to use the Moonology cards, just kind of seeing, tapping into June, July, August 2023. What is it we need to know or be aware of? You are good enough. Well, isn't that beautiful, right? Full moon in Virgo, so we don't enter Virgo until after June, July, August. Show the world the real you. That's a beautiful message as well. The energy is gaining momentum. I definitely feel that. Feel that summer solstice, really good time to kind of plant seeds and think about what you want for January of the following year. I know it's early, but just something to think about. A win-win outcome is forecast. That's good. Meditate and contemplate. Okay, so let's kind of look at these. I also want to know, what kind of astral house, what kind of theme we're looking at. Marriage. We'll go over what that means for different people. And then I want to know what angels, ancestors, guides are coming through. Who should we work with and connect with during these 3 summer months? All right, this is Kyle Gray calls this the mega deck. It's the archangels from angel pairs and all the cards from Keepers of the Light. So we're going to go through and we're going to see all of these cards and talk about them. Okay, so first of all, you are good enough. Definitely goes with show the world the real you, right? And a win-win outcome is forecast. But I feel like these 2 cards, it's time to come out, right? Since 2020, a lot of us haven't had a proper summer where maybe you had a barbecue or you went to a parade or you went on a vacation. A lot of us haven't done summer things that fill us up and fill our cup for the winter months. So it's time, you're good enough. It's time to show yourself. It's time to, wear your summer clothes, even if you have your COVID weight still, it doesn't matter, right? A win-win outcome is forecast. The energy is gaining momentum, and meditate and contemplate. Okay, so a lot of times in the summer, because it's warmer where most of us live, that meditate and contemplate is something that can be done outside, right? Like sitting by water or sitting in your garden or sitting on your patio, sitting near your balcony, just having that outside time to really think about whatever it is you need to think about, right? Energy is gaining momentum. Definitely feel like we had a very slow start to 2023. There's a lot of momentum was slow. There's a lot of blocks. There's a lot of stuck energy. We're going to be picking up the pace here in these next 3 months, and a win-win outcome is forecast. So I like that. You decide what that means. I want you to think about that. What's a win-win outcome? Marriage. So for some of you, a lot of people get married in the summer months. I got married in July. But this could be marriage of a lot of things, right? It could be marriage of thoughts, ideas, could be business partnership. It could be marriage or unification of the different parts of yourself, integrating shadow work or divine feminine, divine masculine. But this definitely is a card of balance, a card of romance, a card of love. So this is wonderful, wonderful thing to think about for summer. And then who did come through for us? I love this deck, this combination. So we have El Moria, who is an Ascended Master, Hilarion also Ascended Master, and then archangels that came through were Raphael, Raguel, and Orion. So what we're seeing here is we're gonna look at chakras individually for the different paths, but with El Moria, we're definitely like throat and third eye chakra. So speaking truth and awakening to more seeing, that meditate and contemplate, really seeing things for as they truly are, speaking our truth, showing the world the real us. He's wonderful to meditate with. He actually is the one that taught me how to channel. It's a long story, but I really like working with him. And then we have Archangel Raphael. So anytime I don't feel well, or somebody doesn't feel well, we pray to him, and he's got a green healing, kind of emerald green energy. In fact, these two have a very similar energy, so I see a lot of healing coming through for summer. I know for me, the sun shining, like right now, we're having, this kind of sun out in the PNW, and I just feel energy, I feel healthier, I feel all that vitamin D. So we're looking at a very healing summer. And you decide what that means for you. Is it physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing? What kind of healing do you need? And then focus your efforts on that. Are you going to commit to walking every day? Or are you committing to journaling for your mental health? Or committing to praying every day? So we're looking at this kind of divine healing coming through and working with the green energy of that, the healing energy, right? Raguel brings peace and harmony. So there's that win-win outcome. So maybe, things politically in this country have been really divisive and really unpleasant. I'm hoping maybe this means we'll have a little break from that. We'll have a kind of a little breath, a little fresh air, a little peace, a little harmony, and definitely feeling like that's happening for in our lives. We have this lots of balance coming through for summer. So that's exciting. And then manifesting miracles, which definitely goes with the energy gaining momentum, right? So we have Orion. He's like a star being. In some indigenous cultures, they call them star ancestors. People refer to them in the New Age community as like star seeds, and we're going to be actually using a star seed deck today in the individual readings. But manifesting miracles. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. And so, what does it mean to recognize miracles? It's every day. I read A Course in Miracles and for a full year, and it really opened my eyes to like the everyday miracles around us. Flowers blooming. My fern, his name's Christopher doing well. The jays who decided to live in my yard and have their babies. Finding seashells or stones at the beach. Hearing a child's laughter. What are these miracles? So I think this summer is really an opportunity to meditate and contemplate, think about all the miracles that you have, which opens you up to more. So when you start focusing on the gratitude and what you do have, it opens you up to manifesting more of that. That's how that works. So when we talk about like manifestation, it's bringing yourself to a place of gratitude and happiness and love and higher vibration. And that just brings in the good stuff for you. So overall, I'm feeling really happy and excited for June, July, and August for us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to break off into 3 groups, which will be timestamp chapters for you. And so you're going to decide your group based off a found sea object. So I'll show you each one. You can think about it. So this will be group 1. This is a piece of sea glass. Trying to get it to focus. Okay, that's group 1. Group 2, a hold stone, also found at the ocean. And group 3, it's like perfect shell, found at the ocean. So group 1, sea glass. Group 2, hold stone. Group 3, seashell. Take a breath. Pick 1, 2, 3, or go off of the object. Hello, group 1. So you chose the sea glass, and we're going to be looking at June, July, and August for your group. And first thing we're going to do is pull some guidance cards. And what I've decided to do was take out the major arcana of my universal weight deck and pick only one card for the next 3 months. And this card is a focus card for you. So I'll talk a little bit about the card that you get and, you know, some of the lessons and things like that. And then I really encourage you to meditate on this card, to do a little research on this card, to draw this card, you know, like physically draw it. So think about, you know, what this card means for you, and it'll unfold as it goes. You know, the major arcana are very complicated cards, and so really you could pick one a year and focus on it. So we're going to do one for the next 3 months for you. So what, for group 1, okay, so we have Judgment, which is interesting because we had Raguel and that other card with the two like justice things, right, to show kind of like a sense of release. So Judgment. So in this card is Archangel Gabriel, who is said to, at the end, the universal weight deck is very Abrahamic, so it's a lot of like biblical references. So this is like the end days when Gabriel comes to blow their horn to let everybody know, like the ones who were good, I'll put it in quotes, people who were good and did well, they can be resurrected and go to heaven, right? So this is Gabriel coming, blowing the trumpet, final judgment of humanity. These people are able to ascend and move on. So what does judgment mean for you? So this could be taken in so many different ways, right? It could be a time for you to work with Archangel Gabriel, to work on that throat chakra, to start speaking your truth. It could be a time for you to decide, you know, who are you judging and why? You know, a lot of times the judgments we pass on other people are more reflective of what's going on with us. Are you judging yourself harshly? Are others judging you? What judgments are you afraid of? Are you afraid of certain things? You know, I don't want to do that because then people are going to think this. So just really reflecting on judgment. So definitely take your time with this card. It's a beautiful one to think about, right? So Judgment, put that kind of here next to Muckburn. And then next thing, to just kind of, for the whole 3 months here, we're going to pick an affirmation, a mandala affirmation. Wow, 888 cosmic code, alignment into a higher order of abundance. I am living a living mandala of unique divine beauty. So if you're into New Age astrology, like new age, so not like Linda Goodman astrology, but this idea of the Lion's Gate, which is the 888 portal. This happens on August 8th every year. It's called the Lion's Gate portal. It has to do with where Sirius, that star, is within the sky at this time. And it said that if you believe that you're a star seed, a star being, this is in a very important time for you. So something to think about. If I'm saying something you've never heard about, look it up. Lionsgate Portal, because we're looking at June, July, August. I feel it's no coincidence that 888 came through for you, right, until at this time. So, but what a beautiful message. I love that. So far, just looking like such a positive 3 months. And then this is I've used this before in here. It's a makeshift deck of like 3 different decks. I'm looking at a crystal. If you want to, you can work with a crystal. Okay, chrysocolla, and it says, this is the stone of the goddess. Let all who hold it become balanced in their divine feminine and masculine. So if you're interested, chrysocolla, ignore this part. This has to do with chocolate. This came with chocolate that I didn't get. I found these secondhand for free, and these cards is like a pairing of crystals and chocolate, which is just a genius idea in my opinion. And so that's what that's about. So chrysocolla, something to think about. Definitely balances divine masculine feminine energy. It's beautiful and it's inexpensive too. It's often found near fossils as well. So, and then I got this chakra deck recently. I have to close my eyes when I use it though, because it's two-sided. So I'm gonna just fan these out and see what chakra for you to focus on for the next 3 months. Heart chakra. Well, that makes sense. Chrysocolla works with the heart chakra. This is all about alignment into your higher order, and it's green. Releasing judgment opens your heart. So we have heart chakra and peace. Oh, that's so beautiful. What a beautiful next 3 months for you. Okay, so now we're going to get more specific about what's going on. These are kind of general for the whole 3 months, kind of things to think about. And I think we're going to go with some tea leaves first. Now remember to kind of take your own, you can look at what it says at the bottom, but definitely if the symbol means something different to you personally, take that. Good news. Wow, okay. Trouble or accusations. That seems to go with this. So be on the lookout for someone judging you. It looks like it's not gonna be a problem, but definitely be on the lookout for that. Forest, unclear thinking, but maybe you don't think that when you see forest. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Sometimes this opens your heart up though. So I'm gonna put kind of the parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Okay, so definitely I'm sensing someone coming in. A meeting with a stranger could be important. That could be the good news. So what I'm seeing here is someone is coming through that's a very judgy person, and they're dissatisfied. They're gonna have some kind of gossip and issue with you. You need to be on the lookout for this person. I'm not trying to make you paranoid, but be aware that someone in your life, we all have those people in our life that like complain all the time and things like that, but who you spend your time with, it either raises your energy or lowers it. So be on the lookout for someone who's a gossip and judging other people and unhappy, because then who you hang with is who you become, right? That's like what our parents would say to us, as kids. But it's true. So think about that. Let me get a couple more tea leaves. I want a little clarification. Okay. Claw, be careful. Do not take risks. Okay, yeah. So there's definitely somebody. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Okay, so there's some good news and like some help coming in, some good stuff, but then there's someone to be on the lookout who just is unhappy. I feel like some of you watching this are already like, I know who that is. It's going to be really clear. It's this judgy person. Be on the lookout for that person. Don't give in to that. Don't sit there and give in to their gossip and join them. Don't tell them things about you. If someone's gossiping to you about other people, then they're definitely whatever you tell them, they're gonna spread around. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's a little something. People like to get together at summer barbecues and talk. Just be mindful. Okay, some messages from guides. Self-esteem, guardian angel Michael. So you have a lot of angel imagery. We have Gabriel, and now we have Michael, and self-esteem, right? So definitely feeling like that goes with, taking off the mask and being yourself, feeling that peace, like double heart imagery here. Yeah. Okay. Death, guardian angel. So I don't want this to scare you. Okay, this doesn't mean like someone is dying in the summer, but it could definitely go with this idea of an ego death, right? And our egos can't fully die because that's actually our personality, but we can become really aware of them and can become aware of the judgments and self-judgments and judgments of other people. So, and guardian angels. So I feel like these all go together with this card. Someone coming through. It doesn't feel like an actual death, but like a death maybe of a friendship or like a separation. Leadership. Yeah, I'm getting that. There's some kind of like job change or promotion. Yeah, I feel like for career, there's like it's the Holy Spirit imagery coming in. It's like there's somebody who's going to come in and there's going to be good news and there's new opportunities. If you see an opportunity for like what you think would be a better job or a promotion, you should definitely go for it. If you hear good news like that, and it will be good for you. It's a positive. Yes. Okay. I'm going to I think we'll do a few tarot just for clarification. Right. Pull a few for the next 3 months. And then we'll look at some oracle, and then I don't want to forget to roll the dice. They're like there kind of as a decoration, so I don't want to like forget that they exist. Okay, so group 1, 2023, June, July, August. June, July, August. Yeah, okay. So that's what I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to get a little more clarity on what could be perceived as like negative cards coming through. So these all go here. These go this here. So definitely there's someone shady, someone not trustworthy in your life. And if you let them, if you really don't become aware of this person and their judgments and their gossiping ways, it could hurt you. There's potential for that. But I'm telling you now to be careful. So hopefully, and I feel like you already know who this person is. I feel it's avoidable. And then career is just looking so good for you. I really do feel like a new career or a career change or promotion or something is really possible. And then you're just going to feel like you're growing all the fruits. You're going to feel really abundant. And then very much like at peace. Right? Some more chakra imagery. We got heart chakra, and we got solar plexus, like feeling in your power. So yeah, if you're seeing or hearing about a job opportunity, a promotion, a change, go for it. Definitely go for it. Okay, 2023, group 1, 2023, June, July, August, group 1. Okay, so we have mirror. Yeah, this is really, someone is really triggering you. There's someone who's just really triggering you, just causing you some, it's a lesson learned, definitely, but really need to be aware of this person. Why are they triggering you? Why are you feeling bothered by them? Because there's a reason. Right, there's a reason. It's your intuition trying to tell you something. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay, so definitely strong manifesting time. Job change, career change. And you need to have a big picture thinking too. So you got visionary, you're inspired. It's time to do something new. It's time to move up if that's what you were thinking. Birthing a new age and a new earth. Wow, so much new creative dreaming. And portal energy, right, which again goes with that 888. It's called the Lionsgate portal, so definitely please look into that. But doors are opening. You decide rewards wild card. So you decide, if you want to make this career move or change, it's up to you. And then the golden children, these are my children because of the time they were born, but they're your inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. I love that. This inner child, being loved, heart opening. There's so much heart opening energy, portal energy, abundance, change, good career news. It's just this one sketchy friend. That's the only thing that's not looking like this is going to be the best 3 months. There's going to be this one kind of blip, but everything else is just feeling overall really, really good. And then just kind of seeing what's else just to be aware of. Okay, this is interesting. So Virgo came up in the collective reading. So there's Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy, and Libra energy. And the scales came up also, the Libra energy. So these could be times of year you could be looking at. So during these times, this could be people. This could be you. Right? So just think about that. That's going to be up to you to kind of decide. And we'll see what sign you get. Okay, and now Taurus too. Taurus energy, Sagittarius, Libra, Virgo, and you got number 1. Number 1. So yeah, you decide, what does number 1 mean for you? Taurus energy, you got that kind of earthy energy. Sagittarius, or getting out there. It's like solar plexus, in the power, having fun. Virgo, right? Again, another fixed sign, another earth sign, very grounding, very clean, very organized. Libra energy, their judgment. That's the judgment card, right? weigh all the possibilities. Very balanced. Overall, a good month. There's a couple, like I said, there's one sketchy person who may cause you some trouble, but otherwise, so many positive things. I love this for you. So thank you, Group 1. June, July, August looks overall positive for you. Definitely look into the Lionsgate portal. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me your comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this. And definitely decide what judgment means for you for the next 3 months. And I thank you. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing with friends. Group 2, you chose this holy stone. I love it. Some people call it a hag stone. So this is going to be a little different. So we're looking at 3 months. The first thing we're going to look at is some overarching theme cards. So one from mandala affirmation, a chakra card, one card. What I did is I took my universal weight deck. I took out only the major arcana, and we're going to look at one of those, and a crystal card from my makeshift deck. The reason why we're doing this is I want to kind of give you things to think about. We got meditate and contemplate as our collective card. So these are each going to be cards to think about for the next 3 months. You know, what do they mean for you? And it might change. Pulling one major arcana card for a month or for a year, it changes, and you can learn so much about that card. You can meditate with it, journal about it, investigate it. You know, if you have your own deck or different decks, look at different pictures. But first we're going to start with dice. So we have some Cancer energy. Cancer energy is mother energy and emotional energy. And Cancer is during this time, right? June, July. And the number 7. So you decide, you know, what does 7 and Cancer mean for you? Okay, and then we're going to pick one major arcana card to think about, focus on, understand as a theme for June, July, August 2023 for you, Group 2. The Hermit makes me always think of Led Zeppelin. Let me know if you understand what I mean. Okay, so the Hermit card. The Hermit is someone who's choosing to go within, away from other people. Sometimes Hermit has a negative connotation. I put them away, but we had the meditate and connection, right? That meditation card. The Hermit is like a monk, a nun. It's someone who's choosing to have alone time to find themselves, right? To sit and contemplate, to sit in meditation, to know themselves well. It's part of a healing journey. And it's not negative at all, right? It's important for a lot of us to have alone time to understand ourselves. You know, when we fear being alone, that means that we are not checking in with our thoughts, our emotions, our body, anything. So you're being asked to decide, what does Hermit mean for you? Does it mean you need to be more of a hermit this summer? Or does it mean that you've been a hermit so much these winter months that you need to get out? Like, if this was my card, that's how I would take it, because I have been very within for the last, since 2023, really. Well, since 2020, let me just be real. So it's been a lot of hermitude. So yeah, what does Hermit mean for you? Do you need hermit time? Like, if you have kids, is it a lot for you to have them home? Do you need time alone? Something to think about for the next 3 months, and it might change. Like, the Hermit card may mean something different for June than it does August. It may kind of go through and decide. So I'm gonna close my eyes for these because these are two-sided. Pick a chakra to focus on. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I always think of the Hermit card as someone who's got an open crown chakra, right? Someone who's decided to pursue a strictly spiritual life. So there's healing coming through for you, spiritual healing. Definitely if you believe in ascension or enlightenment, some kind of leveling up. That's what my best friend calls it, like Pokemon. There's like some kind of leveling up for you these next 3 months. And that's going to be a result of the solitude and the quiet that you've already put in or that you're willing to keep putting in. It's kind of up to you how you take that. And a mantra / mandala for you. 1111 answered prayers. So what I suggest doing for the next 3 months is looking out for this time. Doesn't mean being on your phone all the time because the chances are it'll be a little easier. But anytime you see 1111, know that you're being watched over, prayers are being answered. Yeah, there's some major healing. I just feel like such a softness with your reading already. You've put in a lot of spiritual work. You're definitely a spiritual person. You've put in the work. You are on the journey. Your crown is opening. This is very exciting. And a crystal to work with is a smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a protector, right? So this is a good one to help draw out negativity and shadows and keep you safe. Seems like you're a very sensitive spiritual person, and that leaves us open to attack, right? I'm not trying to scare anybody, but doing daily spiritual protection, protecting your home, protecting your social media space. That's something I needed to do. I had a couple of people who I didn't ask to tell me these things, tell me to make sure I'm spiritually protecting myself. You know, it's like 2 people in 1 week. I'm like, I always do that. But I realized that social media, YouTube, whatever, it's very open. There's a lot of eyes on me when I make these videos. You know, it's not that I get a ton of views. It's not about that. But it's like there's judgments being made, and some people watch it for the wrong reasons. And so protecting yourself is really important on a spiritual journey. So think about that. Think about how you can protect yourself. Okay, so those are some kind of universal for the next 3 months. I'm going to pull some tea leaves. Now, remember with these cards, if you have a different feeling for these symbols than what it says on the bottom, then please go with your gut. You don't need to go with what the author wrote. Sometimes you have more personal connection. Okay, we have bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Yeah, I'm seeing that with the answered prayers. Stork, news of a birth. So don't panic if you're like, what? It could be a friend, it could be a cousin, it could be that, or it could be you birthing a new project, a new idea, new chapter in your life. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. I think that's good advice for all of us. But you're going to have to decide what that means for you. Whale, great worry over nothing. Okay. Again, spiritual protection. Moon, changes in your life. That definitely goes with the healing. Moon and sun. So you have the masculine and the feminine, right? New creative ideas, again, coming through for you. Period of prosperity, new ideas, changes in your life. Good changes. Rose, romance is in the air. Eye, psychic ability. Wow. I was just saying that about you. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay. And finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So overall, you're a psychic, spiritual person. I think gifts are going to be opening up for you. And it seems like a potential for a lot of newness, a lot of creativity, good changes with a little effort on your part. And then just kind of go along with that. We'll pull some tarot, kind of see. I feel like all of these wanted to come. Yes, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. No surprise there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. Romance is in the air, right? Either you are with somebody and you're going to kind of rekindle some things, or new romance is on the way to you. And the best way, if you are actively looking for a new person in your life, the best way to attract them is to date yourself, right? So romance yourself. Take yourself out, buy yourself flowers, just like Miley Cyrus says. Get your hair cut, feel good about yourself, get new clothes. So romance is in the air for you. which this sounds like such a like ideal summer, honestly. The Wheel of Fortune is good fortune coming your way. So new good fortune, luck is changing in your favor. So good changes. It's more of that bread. There it is. Yes. And then we have these other cards which show balance and you being in your mental power, and again, like with the crown chakra, really being able to be clear thinking, balanced in your work, feeling like positive in your life and empowered, and good time with friends and family. This looks like a summer, a romantic summer, a summer of change and release, a summer of you really opening up to more psychic gifts, of you really being in your power. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just like kind of in awe. You've put in a lot of work though. It's not like this is coming out of nowhere. I feel like the Hermit card, now that I'm looking at this, it's like what you've been a hermit. You've been doing the work, and this is the result. We're going to pull a few from the Starseed deck, and then a few from Work Your Light. Oh yeah, I was getting ocean feelings from you anyway. And yeah, if you can get near the ocean, it's going to really fill you up. You can see the ocean this year, or day trip to the ocean, vacation to the ocean. Yeah, feeling like that's going to be really beneficial to you. I know for me, it's very healing for me to be at the ocean. Like I have to see it. So the reason why I'm saying that, the Seas of Mintaka, we got the whale. It's the belief of, you know, life on another planet, of maybe you originated on a planet of a lot of water, or maybe you had a life in Atlantis, or maybe you were an elemental mermaid in a past life. You definitely, water is very healing to you. So if that was too out there what I said, just remember water is healing for you. So however that you decided to look at that. Cracked open. Yeah, so you've hit some kind of rock bottom already, forced you to be a hermit. It cracked you open. And now that crown chakra is opening and psychic gifts are coming. Yeah, and that's lifting the veil. You've been questioning everything. Anything that doesn't serve you or unaligned's gotta go. You're getting that message twice. Like, couldn't be more clear. So, you know, whether it's clothes, home items, food, like go through stuff, could be people, could be habits. There are things that are holding you back. And the only way you're going to learn them is by tuning into yourself. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. And get that too with like the light, that you're on the way. Keep going the way you're going. Trust yourself. You have a really strong intuition. Like it's coming through very strong in this reading. You're a very intuitive, very psychic person. Please definitely trust yourself. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah. You're becoming different, right? You're going to have this, by the end of this 3 months, by August, it's going to be like a whole, it's going to be an obvious change to you. Maybe not to everybody else, but it's going to be a deep spiritual change. Yes. Okay, a few of these, and we'll get a few from the guides. So these cards are kind of like symbols. They're kind of like tea leaf cards. There's some crystals in them and astrology, goddesses, and we're going to kind of take them to mean what you want them to mean. So you got labradorite, which is a very healing stone. It's actually one of my favorite crystals. There's a story of indigenous people believing, like a story that the northern lights were trapped in the crystal. And it's one of my favorite crystals. It's very beautiful. I'll get a piece. I'll pause in a moment and get a piece. Actually, I'll pause right now. I got my labradorite. As you can see, it just, when it's not in the light, it just looks kind of plain. But then it hits these beautiful kind of iridescent moments. And it reminds me of the ocean. And I'm definitely feeling a lot of ocean and dream, right? Because we got the moon, we got ocean, which is associated with the moon, and then Nanshi and poppies are both associated with dreams. Like she comes to people through their dreams, and the poppy, I always think of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, right? And they fall asleep because of the poppy field. So please pay attention to your dreams. I'm feeling like you're getting a lot of psychic dreams. You're doing work in your dreams, like maybe going to past lives. Our lives, past, present, future, the time is an illusion, right? So they're all going on at the same time. So you could be visiting your dreams. In your dreams, you could be visiting past lives because it's happening now. Let that sit with you for a while, right? And then, yeah, definitely feeling water, moon energy, divine feminine energy, dreams. I feel like you really need to pay attention to your dreams, actively work on your dreams, get a dream dictionary, do dream work, make a dream pillow. Make my dream pillows with mugwort. I make them on full moons, and I use mugwort, I use lavender, and I usually put either a moonstone or rose quartz in them to help people have good dreams and recall their dreams. Okay, and then taking a few from the guides. So we have suffering, life force with Aphrodite, and judgment, higher self. So judgment came up in the last group too. And this to me, it feels like self-judgment. That you need to release that. That's part of what you need to let go of. And then Aphrodite is goddess of love. And her Roman counterpart's Venus. So it's like all this romance coming in for you. This is like such an exciting group. I want to know spill the tea with me about the romance when it happens. And then suffering, divine teachers. This I feel like this already happened. That's what cracked you open and turned you into a little bit of a hermit for a while. So I feel like what you need to remember is in any suffering, past, present, or future, you always are with, your guides are always with you. Like that's the message I'm getting. Your angels and guides are always with you. Your intuition's always strong. And there's always lessons to be learned. So your suffering's not for nothing. Wow. Group 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm excited for you. Pay attention to your dreams. Trust your intuition. Crown chakra. You got labradorite. But you also got smoky quartz. A lot of crystals came through for you. Yeah. It's really exciting. Romantic summer for you. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend. Leave me comments. If you don't like to leave them for everybody to see, you can always email me. My email is, I'll put it in the comments, but it's also on my YouTube profile. Hello, group 3. So you chose the shell. And we're going to be looking at June, July, August for you. What we're going to be doing first, before we get into more specifics, is looking at using a few decks to get kind of a universal theme for the next 3 months and to kind of let you contemplate that. So we'll be pulling a crystal from my makeshift crystal deck, a chakra for you to focus on, do mantras with, think about, meditate, do yoga, however you do mantra or chakra work. We're going to be picking an affirmation / mandala, and we're going to be picking, I took the major arcana out of my universal weight deck. We're going to only pick one card for you to focus on for the next 3 months, and the major arcana can be used as a meditation tool, as a journaling tool. It's really kind of infinite what you can do with them, and you could really pick one and focus on it for like your whole life. I mean, they're just so in-depth what you could do. So what this card means to you in June might change by the time you get to August. So we'll look at that, and we'll start with rolling the dice. Ooh, okay, so we got some Aquarius energy coming in. So it could be you, someone you know, could be somehow significant to you, and the number 4. So you'll get to decide what those mean as the next couple months go by. I'm going to start with our tarot. You know, what's the focus for group 3 for June, July, August 2023? What is the focus card? The Fool. Don't let the name throw you. That's a beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful. Just realized my microphone wasn't plugged in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the Fool is not a fool. Instead, the Fool is a beginner, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my microphone here. I almost think of them more, or them, the Fool, as just someone that practices what Thich Nhat Hanh calls beginner's mind, or which is in Buddhism. It's the idea that no matter how long you've been doing something or how long you've lived, you can always see things fresh and new. And the Fool is the major arcana. The whole major arcana tells the story of the Fool's journey. Like it's an allegory or like a story for their journey. And they decide to set off on this journey with very little weighing them down. And like this laurel leaf crown, the sun shining on them, this pure white flower. And they're ready to just step off into this journey with their instincts at their side, ready to begin anew, ready to see what the world has to offer them. So for me, June, July, August, for what I'm getting for you is that it's time to be a beginner in some way. You know, maybe a new job, maybe a new baby, a new partner, a new chapter in your life, but there's some newness coming in for you. No matter what age you are, it's time to really accept that and have that be your guide. Like, what does it mean to be a beginner? And I get to be a beginner. Like, this makes me young. Like, it helps us not stagnate when we do new things, create a new hobby or take on a new job or, you know, learn a new skill. It helps us grow. It's that can always learn kind of idea. So I love the Fool. It's actually like my card of the year. So I think it's exciting that you got it. And then we're going to look at an affirmation mandala. This one says, with perfect love and perfect trust, I open to the unlimited blessings of the universe for the spiritual benefit of all beings. That's it, right? The Fool. Perfect love, perfect trust, ready to just jump off that cliff, totally trusting that the universe has their back and they're going to be fine, right? Wow. So I really need you to trust these next 3 months. That's what you're being guided to do. Being guided to trust, which isn't always easy. But as we get on the spiritual path, sometimes it becomes easier. And then I'm going to close my eyes and pull a chakra card for you. I'm closing them because they're two-sided. Root. I was going to guess root. Right? That's the beginning of the chakras, is patience. So something new that you want to start or is getting started, got to have trust and you got to have patience. I feel that this is my reading. I'm resonating really strongly with your reading, and that doesn't always happen, you know, because I don't know. But I definitely am feeling this reading is in alignment with myself, so it's kind of exciting. Okay, and now I'm going to pick a crystal card with a makeshift deck. Also going to close my eyes for that. Heart healing, watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline is a little pricey, so if you wanted to buy this crystal and you're like, whoa, that's kind of in my price range, you can always get rose quartz. It does the same thing, but it's very beautiful crystal, watermelon tourmaline. So heart healing. So you got heart chakra, root chakra. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming in. Okay, so now we're going to get some specifics with tea leaves. Now remember with these cards, if the symbol on the card means something different than what the writing is, that's okay. You go with what you feel, like your gut feeling. Like if you look at that symbol and you're like, oh, that reminds me of this from my life, use that instead of what the author wrote. Okay, and that goes with really all readings. So if you're looking at, you know, cubes or squares mean something special to you, like go with that, okay? Not unsuccessful plans, yeah. So there's something that you want to start that isn't taking root right away. And that's where the patience and the trust is coming in. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, so yeah, if you're, let's say this new thing is a new house and you keep putting bids on and it's like, well, maybe we'll just look for something that doesn't make me as happy. Don't do that, okay? Don't lower your standards. Money will be coming to you, okay? So something isn't gonna go well. Don't lower your standards from there because money's coming. And an announcement. Love. Deep affection and caring. There's a lot of heart chakra energy coming in here. Pale, time to get out of a situation. Okay, so if there's an unsuccessful plan, you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, right? So this is going to be, something's not going to work out. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to change direction. It's okay to begin again, become the Fool, do something new. Ladder, climbing towards success. Yes. Period of prosperity and abundance. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding. Misunderstanding. Okay, so something isn't going to work out. Please don't lower your standards, and be aware of any kind of miscommunication or misunderstandings. And then after that, it's like you're golden. Like, if you don't give up, you keep going, and you decide to start again, good things are coming for you. Focus on love. Focus on forgiveness, especially through this. Focus on your heart chakra, your healing, being open. Ugh, this is beautiful. This is exciting. What are you wanting to start? I'm curious. I want to know. So if you want to tell, I just realized this isn't here by accident. Okay. We're going to pull a few tarot just to get some more clarity. Okay. Don't be scared. Ooh, these guys go together. Shady 80s over there. Okay. And that one. Okay. So some kind of temptation here. The devil is the ego. The devil is judgment. The devil is addiction. The devil is numbing out. The devil is escape. So if there's some kind of unsuccessful plan, don't give in to negativity. The root chakra, when it is not healthy, is when we become addicted to alcohol, drugs, food, anything, you name it, right? So it's time to maybe look at that. You know, do you have a shopping addiction? You know, what is your, when you don't feel good, when things are unsuccessful or don't go your way, what's your go-to? Is it have a drink, have a smoke, have a shop, go to Target? Like, what is, how are you dealing with this stuff? Because if you're not dealing with it in a healthy way, it's time to kind of look at that, right? Look at the root chakra, look at how you're dealing with disappointment. These two cards, whenever this comes up in a romance reading, I always say, like, you like a bad boy. Like, that's bad boy energy, and definitely shifty, shady energy, like the crows are telling on this guy for taking off. So we have some untrustworthy energy coming through. Makes me feel that's the situation. There's someone in your life that's untrustworthy, that might be someone you do your bad stuff with, or encourages you, or doesn't try to stop you, right? Isn't for your best interest. Gotta ditch this pattern, okay? Chariot brings in balance, change. So again, we're seeing this like a little bit of untrustworthiness, a little bit of root chakra work. I'm not calling you an addict. I don't want you to get offended or upset. We all have to deal with root chakra stuff. Like for me, my go-to for a long time was the shopping online. That was just like fun and therapeutic for me. And then I had to come to terms with like, is this really, like reading Marie Kondo's book really made me go like, is this really bringing me joy to like have this? No, it's not. So I had to really kind of think about that. I've had issues with food addiction. I definitely have been someone known to eat my feelings. So, you know, there's healthier ways to deal with stuff. So just be mindful. Like, are you dealing with disappointment in a healthy way? And it's okay if you're not. And it's okay to work on that. And definitely working on your root chakra really helps with that. And then someone in your life is untrustworthy. Get out of that situation. Chariot, bringing in the balanced change and good change. There's a lot of good change coming in here. So I don't want this to deter you. This good change is putting you in this kind of beginner's mindset, standing in your power, feeling powerful in your, you know, your solar plexus chakra, feeling meditative. Okay, so I feel like she's bored. She's got all these bowls with potential, but she's like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, I don't see the potential. What's the point? Like, I don't care. She's feeling very ungrateful, right? Not feeling grateful for anything she has. And so that's kind of also like addiction is chasing something external, right? Chasing external happiness, when really like you can only really become happy within yourself, right? So focusing on gratitude, that really helps with the root chakra as well. Focusing on what you do have, focusing on being safe and being in your power, on the love that surrounds you, on all the good that's coming to you, okay? Yeah, I know the devil always freaks people out, like throws people off. So trying to do my best not to let you feel that way. Okay, and then we're gonna look at a few guidance cards from your guides. So what do your guides need you to know? Okay, so solitude. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's someone, some little friend or somebody that hasn't been the best for you, and it's good to take some time away. This journey is alone anyway, right? Your fool's journey is a solo journey. So solitude in a good way, a master teacher, and your purpose is coming to you. So if you don't know, like if you're one of those people like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? It's coming to you. You're going to know. And survival. A lot of times, so the root chakra becomes damaged or hurt, something that should develop in childhood, and you should feel safe. And those of us who've had like childhoods where we didn't feel safe or didn't feel loved, it's hard, we have to develop it later in life. And so it looks like there was some, like you had to do some survival. You have some survival instincts. And when we're in survivor mode, that's when we don't feel happy, we run away from our problems, addiction can come through, and our root chakra is imbalanced. So you've been in some kind of survival mode. Like I know, like for recently I realized that I had been in kind of like fight, flight, or freeze to some degree since 2020. Like I was just in it, and I never really came out of it. And something I worked on this year was like working on my root chakra and healing my root chakra, doing affirmations and like feeling safe so that I could come out of the survival mode and start to thrive. So just something to think about. And then a few from Work Your Light and Starseed. These decks are really beautiful. We're going to talk about them in a moment. So if you don't already identify as a starseed, I have a video on here about what is a starseed. It's the idea that our souls don't necessarily begin here on Earth. They begin somewhere else on another planet. And for a lot of us that feel other or different or alien, that's because we weren't really here to begin with. So something to think about. What lights you up, and also start thinking about, do you consider yourself a starseed? What's that mean for you? Where are you being called to journey to? This is like a sacred spiritual place. Definitely that goes with your solitude. Initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah, I feel like this is whatever is bringing you down, and you're going to get out of it this summer. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, soul growth, conflict. So yeah, there's someone who's here to help you grow, but isn't necessarily your favorite right now. And that's okay. You're going to get through that. It's going to be for your best interest. I remember soul plans. This is like the second time your purpose is coming up here. Cracked open, rock bottom. Yeah. So you've hit some kind of, it's been rough. You've been in a survival mode. Time to recognize that. Start feeling safe in your body. Begin again. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go, including maybe people that aren't doing you your best interest. Crumbling, what are you clinging to? Yeah, so you've been in some kind of survival mode. There's been some people in your life that haven't been the best for you. You're cracked open, you're leaving all that behind, you're healing your root chakra, you're beginning again, and when you do so, all this abundance is coming your way. So, yeah, I feel like you've been through it, friend, and I'm sorry, but I'll say I've been through it too, so I understand. There's going to be a turning point here. As long as you trust and you work on healing that root chakra, you got to really let yourself feel safe in your body. And then you're also getting another crystal, angel light, connecting you with your angels. So if you don't believe in angels, you could say spirit guides. There's a connection there, crystal to kind of explore. This cactus is like a psychedelic, and mushrooms are too. Let me get the book. Hang on. So I just wanted to get the book because mushrooms, not all of them are psychedelics. They have vitamin D in them. They're like one of the few things that do. But mushrooms also, there's like mushroom coffee and a lot of mushroom supplements out there right now for brain support. And if you're neurodivergent, that might be something that'll help you with feeling safe because your brain will be able to focus. So mushrooms in this deck, it says, I see the magic. So that's what it's about. And the San Pedro cactus is, I'm stepping into my desired reality. How can you remind yourself of your personal power? Yeah. So you're stepping into that reality, personal power. Change is coming. You've been through it. Time to heal that fight, flight, freeze so that you can begin again and have that success, have that money come in and the joy. Yeah. You got some things to face, some shadows to face, some things to overcome, but the outcome is beautiful for you. So it's going to be a good 3 months. Love to know if this resonates with you, how you feel about it. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Thank you.